Cats. Something for the weekend, it's Louise Redknapp. The Kane event, it's Russell Kane. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, wrap it up, it's Example. Stand-up guy, it's Mark Watson. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, a survey recently revealed the average British worker spends 25 minutes on Facebook every day, and that figure rises to 4 hours if they answer the question honestly. 4 out of 10 workplace relationships result in marriage, and 6 in 10 result in a written warning about the incident in the stationery cupboard. And almost a third of men aged between 20 and 34 live at home with their parents, the most common reasons being cost, convenience, and if you're from Norfolk, sex on tap. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. John, Mark, example. We're going to call you Elliot or example?
Call me by my real name, just for this show.
OK, example.
Elliot.
Well, I watched X Factor this week, and it was very exciting because Cecil was off sick, so Nadia had to step in. Neville was in the bottom 2 because Phyllis said his song choice was all wrong. Anyway, he got saved and Humphrey's gone out. And I might have got the names wrong, but frankly, who gives a shit? Because the one I hate is Frankie Kokoza. Oh. They're desperate to report that he's cool in my desperate campaign against the most despicable human on earth. This week, they said he's been out on a 12-hour bender. He went to Wetherspoons and had a few beers with his mates. Then they went to a club, he got ID'd, and they went back to a house. That's hardly like Oasis throwing a donkey through a hotel window or anything, is it? He got ID'd and he went home. That's not a bender, is it? And then he took 3 girls this week to car parks.
What?
He took them to NCP... Well, fair play. It's more expensive to take a girl to an NCP car park than a hotel.
I hate it. You've got to have no talent at all and go on there and they're awful.
Have you heard Frankie
Leona
Kokoza?
Lewis, no talent?
Well, she can sing, but that's about it.
Yeah, but she's a singer, so that's like the most important part.
I mean, I can't sing as good as her, but I've been struggling for years to get to this position, to get on this show.
Looking at her.
It is a weird thing, though, because, like, from your world, from sort of, you know, if you're a rapper, could a rapper ever get anywhere?
Well, it's not even rapper. It's like, you know, anyone who started off from, like, you know, grassroots or underground, you know, like, touring for years. Like, I've done nearly 1,500 gigs and, you know, sort of, you do all these gigs. It's, you know, like stand-up comedy, you know, start off at the bottom and just build your way up, and then if you're good, you get a chance at making it if you work really hard. And these guys, seemingly, just come out of nowhere on TV for a couple of months, and then they've, you know, record contracts and...
A lot of them on X Factor go on to become household names, like
and then...
Vanish.
I thought it was completely laughable. They had Alexandra Burke as a guest judge on there. That's like having Stevie Wonder judging Miss World, isn't it? It's like... you know, you know, everyone's got an opinion. Loads of people think I'm awful, so I don't really mind.
Louis Walsh, what do you think about him?
Well, you know, he's all right. I met Louis in Dublin, and I was offered to write songs for, you know, the winners, because I can write songs.
Did you?
And he was like, we need hits! We need hits!
That is exactly how I imagined he said it.
We need hits, 1,000,000% hits.
From what I can look at, his job on the show seems to just be to explain where people are from and what they look like. Every time he says, John, you're tall, you're from Ireland. And that's basically... I could probably do that, Louis. Every contestant. Sharon, you're a girl, you sing songs, you were born in 1985.
I mean, if they covered one of your songs, wouldn't that just kill it for you, your credibility as an artist?
Well, no, I mean, I'd probably have a choice in that.
Would you have a choice? Can they...
Nah.
I don't think you do.
I'd like to hear Johnny Robinson do some examples. Johnny Robinson does example.
Louise, do you love it? Do you like it?
I like it. Well, yeah, I like it. I like a good Saturday night in with a bit of Strictly an X Factor.
The Kelly thing, Kelly being ill, did you buy that? Did you...
God, no. Oh, God, no. She's so totally like a cover for, you know, Simon's keeping her on the back burner because he wants a bit of drama in the show. I mean, if you can't see through that, Jimmy, where have you been? Oh, my God. When she phoned in... When she phoned in with that voice?
She was
get over it.
She
What are you
was
saying?
croaking.
She was croaking.
Hello, I'm really sad. Like, she did sound
Throat
ill.
doesn't stop you flying, does it?
Do you reckon...
Nothing stops you flying, really.
No, you're in a
Other
plane.
than, I think if
about
you've
lack
got
of
like a,
wings?
you know, a really contagious fever.
Or if you've got a bomb in your shoe.
Yeah. I've got bums in my shoes.
I can't come, I got a bomb in my shoe.
I can't come, I've been radicalised. Let me fly.
Well, surprisingly, that's not in our top 3. But Kelly Rowland was ill last week, but this week she's been attached to a drip. Louis Walsh. Sean, Louise, Russell, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, the thing that seems to be dominating the news is the bloody Greeks. Yeah. Bloody Greeks, isn't it? It's the Greeks.
All right, Michael Caine.
Yeah, they've been offered a bailout package, and they've said, "Oh, great, we're going to give some help. We'll help you out." They go, "Oh, thanks." They've come for help, asked for help, been offered help, and then they said, "Just check everyone's fine with having that help." But if you've broken down and somebody pulls over and offers you help, you don't go, "I'll just check with everybody in the car that they're fine travelling in your Astra."
Saying if they give this bailout to Greece, it's going to cost every family in the UK 14 grand. It's not like they're going to knock on the door going, "It's Greece, I'll come for the money." But I only earned £15,000. Well, you better start learning how to bake bread, darling.
We shouldn't give them any more money. We shouldn't give them another penny. It's not safe. It's like leaving all your savings in a clown's pocket. they just spend it.
Who decided to let Greece come into the Euro? Whose decision was that?
I don't know, I think Timmy Mamet was involved. They need to produce something, the Greeks. They need to find a way of earning the money. It's not just a bailout. They need to, you know, maybe some kind of transatlantic banana that people can ride across the Atlantic on a big banana.
They might be expelled. Like, I just love the idea of Angela Merkel expelling Greece. You know, the German emperor going, "You have disappointed us, Greece." They're Sarkozy, like an evil assistant. Yes. Get rid of them, sire.
Well, they're in trouble because I worked it out this week. You know when you work all year to get money and then you go on holiday for 2 weeks? But that's where they live.
They're basically always on holiday.
They live on holiday.
Yeah.
So, like, they have...
That is a very, very good point.
They get through the year. They get through the year and they go, "Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for 2 weeks in Swindon. I'll go work in the Motorola factory for I'm going to do all the big things. I'm going to check in, I'm going to check out, I'm going to eat in the canteen. I tell you what, you come back more tired than when you went away. I'm not going to joke.
I can't decide whether it's racist or not, but I like it.
It's really expensive to go to Greece for a holiday. You can get there cheaply, but when you're there, the food's expensive, getting in places, hotels are expensive.
You should have gone to Thomas Cook.
Straight into that one, didn't I?
In those adverts, why is Jamie
no.
playing golf with his shirt off?
Do you know, I have to take...
I don't want to play in a club where there's a man running around with his shirt off.
I take
Was he doing a bit of scaffolding while he was there?
He never lets me live that down because I was like, you know, it'd be arty, it'd be cool, and I let him. He's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And then
Did you tell him to do it?
I did, and he's got so much stick from that one shot of him on the beach.
Your family do everything, don't they? Do like M&S, Nintendo? Don't you do everything?
Yeah, we're grinning and banking it. Example, grinning and banking it.
I've announced a European tour. Tickets available now if anyone's watching in Latvia or something. No, seriously, because there's no one watching in Europe.
No, this is...
What's the point then?
This show's massive in Thessalonica.
Yeah, European tour's on sale now. Anyone watching in Scandinavia? We've only sold 4 tickets in Stockholm, that's the truth.
You think there's people watching in Scandinavia?
You've sold 4 tickets
No,
in
seriously,
Stockholm.
it's weird. It's,
How big's the venue? It's like an 8-seater. You're doing the gig on the bus.
It's about 500, but I mean, if there's any Scandinavian people watching in England, maybe fly back to Stockholm next March. It'd be a good show.
I think it helps if you say it like you mean it.
Be a really good show. on my Facebook, they're like, why aren't you coming Greece? Why aren't you coming Greece? Why aren't you coming... You know, don't discriminate against Greece because it's the only place I'm not doing in Europe. And I'm like, you know, what are you going to pay me in smash plates or something?
And so let's have a look and see if the Greek crisis is up there. Yes, the Eurozone crisis continues. The Greek Prime Minister, George Papandreou, may resign. I suppose if he does, he'll have to go back to his previous job, running the laundrette in EastEnders. Right, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things to get.
St Paul's.
Yeah.
St Paul's
it.
protest.
Yeah.
Have you been down there, Russell?
No.
Haven't you?
I'm not posh enough. It's just a load of
It's
like middle-class
weird.
people going, let's have a euro 5 degrees and pelts and paws. Here's a quail's egg. Here's a tomato that's sunblushed, you mofos. Take that at the banks.
They're not really camping there, are they? They're going home overnight.
Let's go back on our gap year. Brown person, photo. Back to the UK, hooray!
It does feel a little bit like that some middle-class people saw Dale Farm and thought, that looks fun.
That looks so random.
We should do that.
How random does that look, Ollie? Let's do it. Oh, my God, the Totes love it. WTF, what's going on?
I went down there to have a look. I went down there to sort of do a review for Campsite magazine. I gave it 3 stars because I said the drainage is amazing. Because obviously Christopher Wren knew a thing or two about. He built it on a hill. Very good drainage there as a campsite and very good entertainment facilities. You got your pubs, your sightseeing, and of course there's a chapel on site. Not much for the kiddies. Not very much outrageous for kiddies. And the toilet block is frankly a disgrace. I did actually go there. I didn't hang around to use the toilets. I did actually go there. And there is quite a sort of buoyant atmosphere there, but there's loads of people offering free hugs. And I went up to this girl who was offering free hugs. I said, what'd you get for a tenner? And she spat on me and called me a capitalist pig. I said I'd pay 20 for that.
They're spreading. Well, the papers are reporting that, oh, it's not just London now, it's spreading, but I think they're just counting homeless people. Because they reported that there are 6 people in Birmingham. That's not a protest against global... That's the most depressing indictment of the fact that no one really cares. 6 tents in the centre of Birmingham. Bring down the capitalists.
And look, don't diss the fact it's 6 people, because, you know, poor Elliot here has got to go to Stockholm and play the 4. Let's have a look and see whether the protests at St Paul's are one of the most talked about things this week. The most talked about thing. Yes, protesters continue to camp outside St Paul's Cathedral. In response to the ongoing protests, Barclays closed its doors, Goldman Sachs gave all its profits to charity, and a flock of pigs swooped majestically across the city sky. Fingers on buzzers, 1 more thing to get.
Justin Bieber's meant to have fathered the child.
Yeah, but it's extraordinary because Justin Bieber's only
4.
He's only 17.
He's the first... It's what it's in the papers. He's the first 4-year-old even to be alleged to have a baby. Yeah.
No, he's 17 years of age, but apparently he's had a... Why have we stopped it?
Is that one of his songs?
Is that one of his songs?
Genuinely didn't know anything he'd done. I didn't know you could get... Because they keep describing it as a romp.
Yeah.
Which makes me a bit jealous, because I don't think I've ever romped. I think I frolicked once, but I'm not sure. But as apparently it was a 30-second romp, and you certainly can't have... That's like having a 12-course snack.
Yeah.
15 seconds of that was probably untucking his vest from his Spider-Man pants.
I mean, this is the... I mean, Justin Bieber strenuously denies the allegations, but...
I just strenuously go, no!
I didn't!
He probably doesn't even know he did it. With that hair, you know his hair, it's like a sheepdog, isn't it? He probably thought he went for a really comfy piss.
That is, well, from this day on, that is how I'm referring to sex.
Who are you?
Let's have a look and see whether Justin Bieber is up there. Well, allegedly up there.
Of course it is. 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 Of co
Yes, it's been alleged Justin Bieber has fathered a love child with a fan. It's alleged Bieber only had sex with a girl once and that it lasted 30 seconds. That's pathetic. I could do it twice in 30 seconds. So at the end of that round, Sean, Russell and Louise have 2 points. John, Example and Mark have 1. So next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Louise, Russell, pick a question.
The man with his thumbs up.
This is your related question. Most people think children today are given too much praise. True or false?
Children do get praised too much. For example, I mean, my kids, they get praised for, like, eating peas. And they eat some peas, and even they spit them out and go... Still go, oh, well done for trying the peas. 100 years ago, they've been shoved up chimneys. And now they're going, well done, you've eaten some peas. Oh, you're clever. And any piece of daubing scribble ends up on the fridge. Anything, just be shit. You just go, what is that? What have you drawn, an amoeba? What the... Oh, Christ. It's a tiger or a house. I don't know. You don't know. And then it ends up on the fridge. In my day, it was either the Blue Peter Gallery or the bin.
Yeah.
Do you praise your children?
Yeah, I do. I encourage them because I want them to be confident, and I think children can really, I know they can take everything in like a sponge, and then their confidence can go. So I think it's important to encourage kids.
My perception's totally skewed by my old man. That's why I've got no, like, everything my dad's good at is the stuff I'm shit at, and everything he didn't like is the stuff I was good at, because I had to just be opposite to him. Like, he's got all the physical skills. He can look at a shelf and put it up, get up, slag, and it just goes up like
What about kids these days? Do you think kids are kind of given too much praise?
Yeah, definitely. My dad was harsh on me. He's like, I'm going to get in the music game. He was like, good luck with that. And he was like, come to me when you got a top 40. I was like, Dad, I'm number 19 in the charts. He's like, come to me when you got a top 10. I was like, Dad, I'm number 6. So Dad, come when you're number 1. I was like, Dad, I'm number 1. It's like, come to me when you sold out Sweden.
My dad, he was quite interesting. He would give you some encouragement if, you know, on certain things. Like, he used to play that game. You know that game, Spine in a Sack? We used to play that. Do you ever play that?
spine.
Spine. You ever play that when you were a kid? Spine in a Sack.
Spine in a sack.
Spine in a Sack.
It sounds more like
What he'd do is he'd go out and get some roadkill. Anyway, he'd get a roadkill and he'd whip the spine out, get the old spine out, then he'd break up all the vertebrae, put it in a sack, then he'd bounce it on our heads, right? And we'd have to guess what animal it was.
Spine in a sack.
Spine in a sack. I mean, you probably called it something different, back in a bag or something. Whatever, it's the same game.
Are you guys winding me up? Is there really a game?
And I'd go, oh, is it chipmunk, Dad? And you go, don't be stupid, that's not even indigenous. How am I going to find that on a road? Harder, Sean, work harder! Do you never play it?
No, I'm really shocked because I don't know if you're winding me up or not. I'd be mortified if my dad put a dead animal on the sack and started dancing it on my head.
Yeah. This is in the 60s, I think my dad was taking a lot of drugs at that time.
Honestly, I don't know what to think.
They didn't know. I made it up for a joke. Very nice man, my dad. Very nice.
He did play kidneys in a shoe, though, didn't he?
John, what do you think? Most people think children today are given too much praise. What do you think?
I'm with Louise. I don't really know what to think about what's happened in the last 5 minutes. Well, the thing is, if you praise someone, then they'll think that that's what they should carry on doing. Whereas if you don't praise them, they'll want to do more. So I'm all for saying to kids, that is shit.
See, I feel out of place here because I've got a kid and I'm a loving father.
Do you praise your kid?
All the time.
How old is it?
Oh, he's a year and a half. He hasn't got a clue what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's the one time when you can slag it off and it's just fun because it can't understand, so you go, oh, you shit everything, aren't you?
Recently, I took him swimming and a kid that was only about 5 splashed him and he was only 5, but I lost my temper and went, you dick. Looking back, I'm 31. I should have probably handled the situation with more dignity. Yeah.
OK, so most people think children today are given too much praise. True or false? What are you going to say, Sean?
What do you think?
I think you're right. I think they most probably think we should be tougher
Yeah, OK, we'll go true then.
So you're going true. What are you going to go for, John?
Let's go false. Make it exciting.
Why not?
I can tell you the answer is false.
Yes!
Yes, only 33% of people think children today are given too much praise. Children respond best to supportive praise and gentle encouragement, and if that doesn't work, lock them in their bedroom and tell them Santa's dead. So the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your question. Most annoying habit.
I got loads of these. People who breathe through their nose when they've got a cold and they've got a little snot flap.
That is bad. That's bad.
Clicking open and closed. How can you not hear that? People next door can hear that thing.
Yeah.
People who laugh at texts and then don't tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Don't matter.
Yeah.
And then people who, when you're in a bit of a bad mood, keep asking you what's wrong. There's nothing wrong. Seriously, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong. I'm just in a bad mood. What's wrong? It's you now. Just get out of my face.
The thing you do. I can't stand it. That thing you do like a little skip, you go, and then you go... What do you do this? You go... You skip, you go...
But Sean, you try it. If you walk from there to there, you've got to then turn round.
Have a go.
Look, you just do that.
Well, how would you do it? How would you do it? Fine, let's see.
Walk on. Just do
Not
this.
easy, Sean. Yeah, OK, all right. Sean Lock, everyone. Sean Lock.
You don't do this.
What is your problem? I've got a wobbly head. I've got a wobbly head.
Apart from that, I think you're great. I think you're amazing, Jimmy.
So, most annoying habit.
Nose picking.
That is the right answer.
Yes.
Nose picking, yeah. Yes, the most annoying habit is nose picking. I tell you, he was terrible at nose picking. Michael Jackson. He just could not make up his mind. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Russell and Louise have 2 points. John, Elliot and Mark have 3 points. They're tonight's winners. Thanks to all our wonderful panellists, our studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in tomorrow night to AR 10 Cats Uncut. That's it from us. Good night.
On 8 out of 10 Cats. Look ream, smell ream, be ream, it's Joey Essex. New kid on the block, it's Joe Lycett. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, Vegas, baby, it's Johnny Vegas. The Queen of Hollyoaks, it's Jennifer Metcalf. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, pensioners can save £3 a day by not putting on their heating, which over the rest of their lifetime could save them a whopping £9. 66% of men are superstitious. I have a few superstitions. I'm scared of cats, and I hate the numbers 8 and 10. But fortunately, it doesn't really affect my life. And 8% of people have had their wallet stolen in the last 5 years. When someone stole my wallet, I was devastated. I'd had that condom since I was 14. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean, your team to go first. What do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
The Italian Prime Minister, Silvio Berlusconi.
Michael Jackson.
What, sorry?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick on one thing, shall we, for a minute? Sean had a guess there, and he was probably right, wasn't he? So let's...
We can talk about Michael Jackson if you want. I'm happy to do it if you want Michael Jackson to be our answer.
Well, what do you think the nation have been talking about Joey Essex?
Michael Jackson.
What have you been saying about Michael Jackson this week?
I don't know whether it's true about him, like, you know about the whole thing where did the doctor mean to kill him?
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know.
Well, he's been...
Well, it's been fascinating talking to you, Joe.
Well, the accusation was that he was negligent. You know, he gave him too much propofol. I don't know. I've had scrumpy that's stronger than that stuff.
Michael Jackson got confused because he was used to doling out in children's portions.
Yeah. Profixilix.
Profixilix.
Profixilix, the kids' one.
Drowsy.
Yeah. He ordered 4 gallons of it. 4 gallons. He must have had it on draft. Probably the reason Michael Jackson died is he was changing the barrel. Lovely head on that.
This doctor was getting paid £96,000 a month.
Really?
Yeah, to look after... And that alone, you would go, yeah, convict.
Yeah.
Clearly
Do you
something
think he
wrong
still
there.
got paid? 'Cause he only lasted 10 days. You know, I mean, Gaza would have lasted longer as his doctor.
I think if that doctor were getting nearly 100 grand a month, why didn't you get a year out of him?
Yeah.
That's what makes me think he didn't do it.
That's a twisted logic there.
Made
It's almost
a
like that
million.
doctor was motivated to keep him alive.
Yeah.
That's incredible. He's on £96,000 a month, and when they found Jackson, his first words were, "Does anyone know CPR?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you, hopefully.
Isn't the question of guilt about whether he was really paying attention to Michael Jackson, and he'd given him the propofol, and then he went downstairs to another room, and he had a baby listener. That's what I found out. That's the really spooky thing about it. And he must have been sitting there, like, watching Downton Abbey or whatever, and he could just hear Michael Jackson going, "Can I have some milk? Can I have some more milk?" And he'd be going, "Michael, go to bed! If I have to come up there, you won't be going on that holiday to the O2. Have some more milk."
He said that Conrad Murray was his closest friend as well, which is a bit odd, isn't it? You can imagine Bubbles the monkey sat in a sanctuary going, he said I was his BFF.
I've heard a rumour that he's actually still alive.
Yeah,
Joey.
I heard.
He's still...
That's what I've heard.
Is he still alive?
He's on some random, like, desert island somewhere, just...
Yeah.
He's on a random...
That's not a rumour. That's a load of bollocks.
Oh, well, let's have a look and see whether Michael Jackson's one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, Dr. Conrad Murray has been found guilty of the manslaughter of Michael Jackson. The Jackson family told the prosecutor they'd not just lost a pop icon, but a son and a brother and a valuable source of income. OK, John Steen, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I don't know, I think maybe Berlusconi. Just get the impression it's been on the tip of people's tongue. Don't you wish you'd thought of that? Yeah.
So go on,
The
Berlusconi.
Italian pervert. Weird.
Prime Minister, I think,
Oh,
is
yeah.
there. Good old Silvio. He's worth $9 billion, and he's in charge of a country which has the 3rd biggest debt in the world. Well, that's no surprise. How can you explain to Silvio we're in bad debt? No, I'm not. No, you're not, but we are. No, I'm fine, yeah. But he's gone now, so it's all going to be fine.
Dead. He's not dead.
He's not dead, no, he's...
I know you work in Hollyoaks and people tend to die. He's just lost his job.
Oh, that's fine. Is he good looking?
He's a sexy 74-year-old.
Is he good? We've got a still of him. I can show you a picture of him.
Still.
Have a little look.
That's all right.
That's all right. You would?
I like the guy in the background thinking, is he chatting to my wife? He looks really worried, like he's just lost his wife.
Apparently it's 10 grand a night.
Really?
Would you do that for 10
For
grand?
me to be him?
No, yeah.
You can't ask someone if they turn themselves into a prostitute. Would you do that? Would you prostitute yourself?
I'd do it for 5. 5's fine.
Yeah, but his
All right,
whole
4.
defence-
4. I'll do it for 4. 4.
I'll do it for the lift home.
I wish I had another woman on here. I don't think I can take you all on by myself.
This isn't a bunga party.
Did you just say that out loud? Am I sleeping now?
It's all right, I've got a lot of feminine traits and I'm very metrosexual. I'm sorry, I will involve you more. Jesus Christ, you come on a panel show, it's like a relationship!
Let's see if Silvio Berlusconi is one of the top 3 talking points. Yes, it is. The Eurozone crisis has left Italian leader Silvio Berlusconi in an awkward position, attempting to maintain an erection while talking on the phone to Angela Merkel. Right, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to go.
Well, it's Frankie Kokoza, isn't it? After so much abuse, he's finally gone.
Thank God.
I liked him.
I just couldn't sing. I mean, I cannot hold a tune, but he cannot sing.
He couldn't sing, but he
No.
was on X Factor. I'm not sure whether that really matters.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's not the first one to do cocaine as well on there.
Everybody's saying cocaine, it's called the Golden Rule. That's what it is
Okay.
now. He's done a big line of the Golden Rule.
They said he broke the golden rule. And they also said in the papers, they said that he spent the money he got from the M&S advert on cocaine. Presumably not just any cocaine.
Sorry,
From their ready-to-snort range.
he's already done an M&S advert.
Yeah, they got
the-
all of the X Factor people to be in the advert, and then they take them out one by one from the advert as they get close to Christmas. And we've worked hard to get where we are. We're not in the M&S Christmas ad.
I was going to say, I swear to God, right, everything I'm wearing tonight is M&S Blue Harbour. It's not even, you know, from the exclusive range. And they won't return my calls.
How did he get so far anyway?
Do you think
Joe
he's
must
any
have loved,
good?
Joe must have loved him.
It's the bad boy
He couldn't
thing,
sing, he didn't have any discernible talent, and yet he seemed to be a big star.
He's still got
Joey
it.
Essex.
There should be some kind of...
Well, surprisingly, that's not one of our top 3 talking points. The other big news in X Factor this week is that Johnny is out. No shit, Sherlock.
And I love the cock.
When they say Craig Coulton could be bigger than Subo, they're not just talking about his singing career. Hey, even if he does get kicked out, it's not the last we'll see of him on TV. There's always embarrassing bodies. Or Inside Nature's Giants. As I go, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get.
Is it the FIFA poppy scandal? FIFA said that they weren't allowed to wear poppies, the England
Because
team.
they said it was a political statement.
Some people would find the 3 lions offensive. You know, for example, if you got drunk and climbed into a zoo. So, that reminds me of Uncle Terry. He got eaten by lions and you're wearing them on your shirt. Have you got no feelings?
The papers kept saying, oh, Prince William has saved the day. They weren't going to let us wear poppies, and then Prince, where there's a wills, there's a way. As if he found out about it and went, ready my horse. And then he charged to Sepp Blatt's house and said, I challenge you to a duel, sir. Rather than the truth, which was someone else drafted an email and went, do you mind if we send this with your name on it? He went, yes, I suppose so. Look at this image that John Terry finally wants to show what a patriot he is. He's been doing that for years. No one's in doubt that John Terry's proud to be English. The fact is, he's also a wanker.
Jennifer, do you know any footballers?
No, I don't really watch it.
You don't really watch it?
I knew one once.
I read
You
that
knew one once.
were-
Who did you know once?
Ooh, don't talk about him.
Hollyoaks was like... I always thought Hollyoaks was like a shopping channel for footballers.
How do you talk about football? Do you know gigs from Joey Barton?
What, sorry?
Joey Barton.
Do I know Joey Barton?
Do you know him?
I know of Joey Barton.
QPR footballer.
Yeah, he's a footballer for QPR.
Yeah, he's been quite offensive to Anyway Essex. I think he's jealous. Gel. Mate, he's totes Gel, man.
He's totes Gel of Towie. I'm enjoying saying that. I don't understand any of those words. What happened with Joey Barton? What did he say about you?
I'm not really sure. He basically just like, I think he was trying to mug a few people off, saying...
He was mugging people off?
Yeah.
What does that mean? He was...
Knocking their tea?
Yeah. Basically, we went to a premiere, and I think he saw a few people there. So afterwards, he decided to tweet just saying, Towie freaks, weirdos, things like that.
He called you a freak and a weirdo?
He called me a freak and a weirdo. I was well offended.
That's not nice, is it?
But he was tweeting at 1:30 in the morning, so stop tweeting, go to bed, man. Are you on ice cream? That's what I said.
Yeah, Joey Barton, what are you doing up at 1:30? You should be in bed, you're really naughty. Joey Barton did say some very unkind things about The Only Way is Essex recently, and I think it's only fair that you have the right to reply. Let's have a look at you in action on The Only Way is Essex.
What's your favourite animal?
Animal. I want to say cat, but it's boring, but it's cat. I love cats. I love like cat pies. What about you?
Mine's an elephant.
Why elephant?
I don't know, just like, they're weird, aren't they? They've got them big long things, like... I would say dinosaur, but they don't exist no more, do they? So.
Sorry, Joey Barton's seen that and he's calling you an idiot.
You could have got on with Johnny?
I couldn't get away with that. I get nervous in front of women. The banter just rolls out. I'm stuck for words. I can't even think of animals. My favourite animal is a train!
It's not one of the greatest... in the sort of pantheon, in the list of great chat-up lines, what's your favourite animal? I don't think it's ever really sort of been a clincher, has it?
Do you want a better chat-up line? Did you fall from heaven?
Yeah.
Because it looks like you landed on your face.
My personal favourite, does anyone know you're here?
OK, let's have a look and see whether the FIFA poppy scandal is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the story that FIFA tried to ban poppies being worn by the England team. FIFA relented after Prince William wrote them a strongly worded letter. Oh, please let us wear poppies or I'll be really sad. I'm going bald and I married the wrong sister. So at the end of that round, Sean, Joe and Joey have 2 points. Johnny, Jennifer and John have 1. Our next round is pick of the polls. Sean, Joe, Joey, what do you like the look of?
The waxing.
OK, all right, so here's your related question. Most men are too embarrassed to undergo beauty treatments. True or false?
Well, you've undergone a few, or is that a natural tan?
This is natural.
Oh.
That's a natural tan, is it?
I've had sunbeds, but I've quit sunbeds now. I don't have sunbeds no more, so...
You've quit sunbeds?
Quit.
My God, you've made some sacrifices, haven't you? When did you quit sunbeds?
Like last week.
So, what's your daily regime, beauty-wise? What do you do, beauty-wise?
Obviously, I wake up, look at myself, and I think, Reem. But then I get, then what? Then I get in the shower, do my hair afterwards, bang, bang. What are you saying?
Bang, bang, and who's over there?
That's meant to be the mirror.
Oh, I thought that was your carer. Jennifer, you're a lady. Now, do you think men are too pampered these days? Do we do too much?
Yeah, I do. I like men, like, hairy, smelly. They can fart.
Johnny Vegas.
Can feel
John, do you do any?
No, I wouldn't say I'm too embarrassed. I just think the prettier you are, the more you're going to disappoint someone at some point, because they'll think, oh, that's the one, and then you go,
So you don't do anything. You don't do any
I had
beauty
my
treatment.
first extraneous nostril hair this week.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the first one. I was driving and I just checked my rearview mirror and it was there.
Hello.
That was the first vanity issue I've had of like, well, that needs sorting, and there's no reason I shouldn't have just let them all come out.
How'd you get it out?
No.
I just pulled and I pulled until I cried.
When you go to Boots and buy your first nasal trimmer, the way the girl looks at you, you know, she slides it across with the beep.
I don't know, Johnny.
What, and you can't look away, because if you look away, you give them a better angle.
Sure. Beauty treatments.
I have had waxing, but I won't take my trousers off. They have to do it keyhole.
Joey, you take very good care of your hair, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Have a little look at this.
I didn't know you blow dried your hair.
I don't blow dry my hair.
You just blow dried it.
No, I'm hair dry my hair.
That is a blow dry.
No, I blow dries when you go to a shop, innit? Like, if you go to a shop, you get your hair blow dried. You're a girl, you go to a salon.
It's not. If you blow dry your hair, you blow dry your hair. It's the same, whether you do it or someone else does it.
Yeah, but no, you've got to put on... I'm so confused.
Do you do that every day? Do you have to blow dry your hair every day?
Yeah, but I don't... This is not a blow dryer. This is a hair dryer.
Yeah, exactly the same thing.
So what do you think?
I'm going to get you a diffuser.
A what?
And then the cat technically say, even that's another step away from blow drying.
A diffuser?
Yeah, it's one, you know, with the little spikes in it, you just run it through. What it does, it breaks it up and you'll get no split ends.
What have you done with a real Johnny Vegas?
Johnny, what do you use on your hair?
Hey, sunshine, I had a perm, all right, that, 2 minutes. I used to lacquer, I used a mousse, I used a diffuser. Didn't towel dry, because that created heat and friction. No, I'd wrap round, I'd give it 20 good minutes. I treated it with respect. I hope that shit falls out.
I didn't mean no offence to that, man.
Yeah, well, you did, and you know what? Give out for that. Look after it, you don't know where you go while you're young.
OK. So most men are too embarrassed to undergo beauty treatments.
I'm going bald! Look at that.
That's not that bad. Oh. I'm worse than that. Mind you, I think that's because I have very vivid dreams. Drive my head into the pillow.
OK, so most men are too embarrassed to undergo beauty treatments. True or false? What are you going to say, Sean?
True.
You think it's true? You think they are too embarrassed?
Yes,
Sean,
I do,
what do you
yes.
think?
Team?
Jennifer, what do you think? Are most men too embarrassed?
False.
You're going to go false? OK. I can tell you the answer is false. Oh. You got it. Yes. Yes, only 43% of men said they'd be too embarrassed to have beauty treatments. These days, you can even get your arsehole bleached. That's what Liz Hurley did with Shane Warne. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Top thing British people lie about.
I think most people lie about any sentence that starts, I know a lovely place. Like when you go for dinner or to a pub and they go, oh, I know a great little place. And it's miles away and it's shit. How was that your anecdote? I know a great place and it stinks and the food's crap. So now I hate the place and you for liking it.
It's telling your partner or your wife that they're your best friend. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's such a lie, isn't it? Because if you don't go out for 14 pints with your wife, do you? You don't say to your wife, let's go and have 14 pints. Because you do with a best friend, don't you? Go, let's go and have 14 pints.
Why 14?
Funny number.
I lie about drinking quite a lot. Like, I'll say I only had 3 glasses of wine, and then I'll go, oh, no, I did have another 3 glasses of wine. And then I did kick a toddler in the face. It's a worry.
I lied about Christine Brinkley. I say I saw Christine Brinkley. She was modelling flippers on the Albert Bridge. I see her at all. I say, you know Christine Brinkley?
Yeah?
She used to be my taekwondo teacher.
Is she?
Yeah. You know, I go, no, Christine Bleakley, I bought her she'd be on telly, and I go, see that woman there, Christine Bleakley? Years ago, I bought a reconditioned Flymo off her.
is that true or not, Sean? Did you buy a reconditioned fly moth?
No, just make it up for a bit of fun. Just make up all these stories about Christine Bleakley. And you know the canoe man? He hid in her loft for a year.
Do you know Christine Bleakley, yeah?
I do actually know Christine Bleakley.
Well,
She's a nice woman.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's not. I make up lies about her.
John, what do you lie about?
Everything, constantly. I lie about people's names. Like, if the first thing you had to do when you saw someone was say their name, people who've known me for years would find out that, actually, I don't really care who they are. I don't think anyone really knows anyone's name.
Do you know what? I call everyone, yeah, if I don't know someone's name, for some reason I call them Ashley.
That's good. That's good, because a lot of us have been just calling them mate or pal or all right, fella.
For some reason...
But Ashley's much better, because if it is Ashley, quid's in.
Is it age? Do people lie about age?
Oh, that age is number two on the list.
Is it their weight?
It's not worth lying about. Genuinely, people know I'm not 9 stone. I've tried it regularly.
It's to do with partners.
Sexual partners.
That was the right answer.
We got that at the beginning.
Yes, the top thing British people lie about is the number of sexual conquests they've had. I've rounded mine up to 2. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Johnny and Jennifer have 3 points. Sean, Joe and Joey have 2, which means John, Jennifer and Johnny are tonight's winners. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
On 8 out of 10 cats, he's got the X Factor, it's Ollie Murs. North America's funniest, it's Russell Peters. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, Pussycat Doll, it's Kimberly Wyatt. Stand-up guy, it's Matthew Crosby. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 80% of all pictures on the internet are of naked women? Who knew? Men knew. 7% of Britons have got in trouble telling lies at work. In my experience, they get particularly upset when they find out you're not actually a doctor and that isn't actually a thermometer. And apparently the human heart creates enough pressure to squirt blood 30 foot. Isn't the type of thing you should write in a Valentine's card. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It was Thanksgiving this week, so in celebration, it's our panellists' job to guess the top 3 ways America has changed the world. Sean, your team first. How do you think America has changed the world?
Is it they went to the moon? America went to the moon, which nobody else has done.
It's an incredible achievement.
It is, it's an incredible achievement.
It's kind of the greatest thing mankind has done.
I don't know if I believe the whole moon thing.
You don't believe we went to the moon?
Definitely up there.
I was doing a show in Houston last year, and I was about to get on the bus, and there was these 3 Indian kids waiting for a picture. And I go, yeah, let's take a picture. And she goes, you know, you're very popular in our university. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
He's allowed to do that voice.
Well, that's how she sounded. If she didn't, I wouldn't, I'd be like, well, you're very popular. But like, so I go, oh, cool. What are you taking? She goes, astrophysics. And I go, wow. So have we been to the moon? And she goes, they say we've been to the moon. And I go, well, yeah, they said it, but have we been to the moon? She goes, they said we've been to the moon. I go, have we or have we not been to the moon? She goes, it's not physically possible to go to the moon. as a human. Like, she said the radiation is so thick after you get to 700 miles above the Earth that our skin would fall off.
Well, I think we've got to try it, and I nominate Ollie. Well, because you might not come back. Oh, you're too adorable. Look at his little face.
But surely, Russell, there's been so many programmes exploding the conspiracy theories around it. Not all astrophysicists are sort of in the thrall of NASA and
also,
the CIA.
the astrophysicist you met was getting a photo with you as you walked onto a bus. I think some of the finest astrophysicists aren't waiting by the bus.
You look back at the time, and they were in the space race with Russia, so they were trying to beat Russia to the moon.
Well, also, it was the Cold War they were showing off.
Yeah, we've never been back.
If they have been back, they've been there. They didn't just go once.
They went 7 times, but they haven't been for 25 years, I think, since 1974.
Well, what's the point? There's nothing there. I went to Basildon once. Once. I'm not going back there. That's
What's wrong with Basildon?
Kimberly, you're a proud American, right?
Yes.
Now, the moon mission, they're saying it didn't happen. It did happen, right?
I would like to believe that it did.
Well, even that seems a bit non-committal. But let's take it as read that they landed on the moon. That is an incredible achievement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Matthew, your thought?
Yeah.
Well, also you can now go up to space, can't you? There's sort of if members of the public are allowed to.
Yeah, Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic, you can go up to sort of zero gravity.
Yeah, he says anyone can go up. Costs 200 grand. So literally, anyone can go up. It's good news. So yeah, maybe we'll have civilians on the moon soon. It could happen.
Yeah, but if Ryanair do it, you'll end up on Mars.
Let's see if the space race is one of the ways America changed the world. Yes, the space race. Before mankind commits to the astronomical expense of returning to the moon, we need to ask ourselves some searching questions. Like, how much cheese do we really need? OK, John, how do you think America's changed the world?
Music?
Yeah, sure. That's
there'll
a
be
good one.
music, rock and roll.
We'll go with hip-hop, too.
Hip-hop, yeah.
The hippity-hop.
Yeah.
The what?
The hippity-hop.
That was the least funky thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'll tell you what my bugbear with the musics, right, that they do.
Stop calling it the musics, because you're even making unhip people feel uncomfortable.
Fine. Enjoy your musics, do all that, but don't screw with grammar as well. Like rock n roll was the first time it was accepted. Like, well, we can't say and, we can't say rock and, so now it's rock and now it's spread to fish and the chips. There's a reason it's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, because there's nothing wrong with saying rock and roll just to make yourself sound cooler, just because rock sounds cool, but I'm not having it.
Well, of course, Elvis is credited as kicking off rock and roll, but of course, these days, Ollie, people don't even know what show he was on.
They did Frank Sinatra as well, though. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. You said Michael Jackson was a big influence on you.
King of pop, yeah.
King of pop.
I think he's influenced on any artist in this industry. Massive.
Not just in this industry. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I really held
Trying
back.
it.
No, say what you want about him. He was a hell of a paedophile. Who's the biggest influence on you, or the Pussycat Dolls?
I mean, growing up as a dancer, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul, Michael Jackson.
Surely it's Madonna, isn't it, for female artists? Because she was the first one to do that thing. She had the headset on, first one to do that. They all do that now, don't they? The lady dancer, move around, and then they go... I don't know what that means. Like, wait till I get you home. Madonna, she's a very powerful influence, isn't she, on the ladies?
I think Lady Gaga's trying to take her place, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like Lady Gaga. She's a good-looking fella.
Way to come out of the closet. Way to come out of the closet now, Jimmy.
Yeah. I think Lady Gaga's like, again, it's sort of quite iconic. They're good at coming up with sort of iconic... Pussycat Dolls as well.
Music's shit, though, isn't it? Her music's shit, isn't it?
Are you kidding? You're kidding, right?
Reason.
Poker face.
Ella Fitzgerald...
She's bluffing with her muffin. Yeah. What more do you want from a song?
That's been the greatest singer of the last century, Ella Fitzgerald, right? She's such a good singer, she didn't feel the need at some point to think, should I cover myself in meat? does the song need that? You know, there's a certain amount you have to do to, like, you're distracting people from the music because you've got a lobster on your head. Maybe they won't listen to this bit where I can't sing. They just look at the lobster going... She's rubbish!
But there's so many artists out there. I think artists are forced to find ways to be recognised and be seen so that their music can then be accepted.
To be fair, Elvis was amazing, but a lot of his notoriety came from rotting thin air. Well,
It's a good point, well made. It's just an earlier, you know...
That is the single worst Elvis impression I've ever seen.
Can we have your Elvis again?
That looks like... that looks like the closing credits of Last of the Summer Wine, where they're going down a hill.
Let's have a look and see if rock and roll music is up there. Yes, rock and roll. Rock and roll was born in 1955 with Bill Haley's Rock Around the Clock and was beaten to death in 2009 by Joe McElderry. You were robbed. Where is he now, eh?
I don't know, he's probably at home watching this.
Hey, Joe McElderry. He's joking, of course. He's driving the minicab. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get. How else has America changed the world?
So fast, doesn't it? It's amazing. Should have been in the Wild West. If it was buzzers rather than guns. The food. The fast food. Quick food, fast food. Straight, no messing around. Just fast. Straight through. Got your food off. Gone.
Straight through, I think, describes it aptly.
Yeah.
Kimberly, you look as if you eat an awful lot of fast food, clearly.
No to fast food.
No to fast food.
No to fast food. Organic and natural is the way to go. Stay in the produce aisle.
But surely all vegetables are organic.
No, but they're not. You really do have to look for the label that says organic.
Yeah, Jimmy.
No, it's true.
I think all it means is
Pesticides and
organic,
chemicals.
but organic, technically, it means more expensive and muddy. You live in Los Angeles, don't you, Russell?
I do.
OK, so favourite fast food joint?
I really don't do that much fast food, but I'll go Mexican fast food, if anything. Del Taco, good gas.
It's not only delicious when you eat it, but also afterwards you go, oh. Fragrant.
No smell, just gassy.
Just gassy.
Loud, it's loud. It's like a Mexican coming out of your ass, really, is what it is.
And when it comes out, does it mow your lawn?
Do you eat fast food? You don't look as if you eat fast food. Are you allowed to eat
yeah.
fast food? Does Simon tell you you can't eat it?
No. I'm trying to just keep the timber down, you see. Try and keep in good shape.
The timber down?
Yeah, the timber.
Don't say keep the timber down and do that, because people think you're talking about something else. There's a wood connotation to timber. Yeah, baby, trying to keep the timber down. Well, surprisingly, that's not in our top 3. People criticise McDonald's, but if it wasn't for McDonald's, where else would we take a shit in the town centre? Right, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
The world of movies and Hollywood and glitz and glamour. I've been to Hollywood.
Of course you have, look at you.
I went out there.
On a geography field trip.
And I've been to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You haven't got a star on the Walk of Fame, have you? The Pussycat Dolls haven't got a Walk of
No, we don't.
Walk of Fame star. Because I walked along, sort of checking out all the names, and like Rin Tin Tin's got one, and Lassie, and Godzilla. Like, who are they going to get next? The Lurpak bloke with the trombone? I mean, it's just. It seems like anyone can have a star on the Walk of Fame.
The problem with Hollywood is it's too cool and it just makes your real life look shit. Like, once in my life, I would like to be able to do a speech like he does in Gladiator, where he turns around and does all that. But you can't. Member of the AA, owner of a knackered microwave, and I will have my pudding. In this room or the next.
I think what Hollywood has done to a cinema, in one way, has ruined it. Is because all the food people take in, people who never normally litter anywhere, in cinema, they just finish their popcorn, they just go boom, like that. With cans of boom. People just chuck shit everywhere, and the lights come up, and it looks like Dale Farm.
No, Kimberly, the Pussycat Dolls started in sort of Hollywood, didn't they?
In Los Angeles. Before I was even in the group, it was a dance troupe for about 10 years at the Viper Room.
Yeah.
Back when Johnny Depp owned it, he was actually the person that told Robin to give it a name. And that's where Pussycat Dolls was born.
You were number 3 in the Pussycat Dolls, aren't you?
Number 3.
Well, sorry, I ordered it in my head. Have you made any films out there, Russell? You're in
I
Hollywood.
have. I've been a couple.
You're in Source Code,
I was in Source Code.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah, you were in Source
Thanks.
Code.
You
were in Source
Have you
Code.
seen Source Code?
Nobody.
Yeah, it's a great
You're in
film.
Source Code, and you played basically yourself. You played quite a grumpy man on a train.
I played a grumpy version of me.
You get the best line in the whole film, I think.
Which one?
I'm on my way to an asshole convention.
Oh, yeah?
I recognise him. I recognise this geezer from somewhere. Just watching that film recently.
Let's have a look and see if Hollywood is one of the ways America has changed the world. Yes, indeed. Yes, Hollywood. If you're a pretty girl with a dream, then you should go to Hollywood. If that dream is to lie on a couch while being screwed by a fat, bald man with a cigar, then so much the better. So those were the top ways America changed the world. But other things that didn't quite make our list. America gave us social networking. By the age of 23, computer programmer Mark Zuckerberg had created Facebook. And amazingly, within just 3 short years, he'd lost his virginity. Starting wars. America entered the Second World War 2 years late. Stung by the criticism, it's made sure it got in nice and early with every war since, by starting them. And America gave us Disneyland. Of course, the best ride at Disney is the girl that works in the toffee apple kiosk. At the end of that round, Sean, Matthew and Kimberly have 2 points. John, Ollie and Russell have 1. The next round is pick of the polls. Johnston, what do you like the look of?
I should do that. Look at that.
You're going for the man doing karate. There's a clip to illustrate your question. Have a look at this. Pretty impressive stuff.
The Sisters of the Holy Family serve what is perhaps the most crime-ridden area of Philadelphia. Their orphanage is in constant danger of vandalism and burglary. Unwilling to give up after some 80 years of service to the community, the sisters have turned to the Old Testament for a solution. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Their skills are predominantly protective and defensive. But should human life or chastity be at stake, the good sisters are well prepared for sterner measures.
It's funny you think they'd use nunchucks.
Nunchucks!
Come on!
OK, your related question. Most men would rather be good at martial arts than DIY. True or false?
Well, why can't you have both? Just total all-round guy.
Yeah, you could put up a shelf and then take it straight down.
What's DIY?
What is... Stop doing DIY and Kung Fu at the same time. Kimberly has a question. Kimberly.
What is DIY?
It's putting up shelves. You know, DIY, do it yourself.
Like carpentry?
Yes, carpentry.
Yeah, carpentry.
Joinery. You know, all kinds of things. Plumbing, you can do a bit of plumbing in it.
Okay.
What do you call that in America, then?
Handyman.
Handyman.
Or Mexican.
There's no real benefits to being good at DIY, whereas, you know, martial arts.
There's no benefit to being good at DIY. DIY is impressive, I think. If you can do... I've got nothing. I've got no ability to change plugs and do things around the house, and it's emasculating.
Yeah, but if you're gonna get robbed in an alleyway, you don't want to be like, hey, I'll build you a shelf. And you can put my wallet on there.
You've got a really high shelf, you won't be able to reach it. Very good point. And also, you get to make those noises, don't you? With martial arts, like... And you only make those noises if you're really bad at DIY. Oh, fucking
Wait, do you become Irish when you do DIY?
Do you do any martial arts?
I used to do a little bit when I was younger, yeah.
What did you used to do?
Just martial arts, yeah.
Oh. No, sorry, we're talking about fighting rather than just cleaning windscreens. What was it? Mixed martial art? Was it karate? Was it? I just want to know what I'm dealing with if things kick off between them.
If things don't kick off, it'll be fine. But what do the women prefer though? Martial arts or DIY?
Martial art, yeah, the DIY, they came in pretty quick though. They seem keener. They seem more desperate.
It's DIY short term with a boyfriend, isn't it? And then martial arts long term when you've got a nice house to protect.
Have you ever? I mean, because presumably with the dancing, you become very fit and you become very flexible and stuff. Have you ever tried any martial arts? Have you ever?
I've done kickboxing.
You've done kickboxing, so you could beat someone up.
Yes.
Only if it's a box.
OK, so Seanstein, what are you going to go for? What do you think people would prefer?
I think most men would rather be good at martial arts.
OK, you're going martial arts. What do you think you're going to go for, John?
Well, I think it's DIY, because you would save money then, wouldn't you? And people are tight, so...
DIY.
OK, I can tell you the answer is false. 62% of men would rather be good at DIY than martial arts. They're right. In a fight, I let my fist do the talking. Please don't hurt me. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Worst thing about shopping for clothes?
Women.
Oh.
You don't like shopping with?
No, when you go out with women, it's always a bit of a... I'm sure the other guys here will vouch for me.
You're crazy. It's great. It's the best thing ever. They come out and they look at a different dress and you go, oh, my God, that's totally different, that outfit. And...
Maybe you think, well, I don't know about that one, because I don't know... Try the first one on again.
If you're lucky, you can see a little crack in the changing room, you can see somebody's knickers.
That is the best.
That's the best thing ever, but... You have to go out shopping a lot to get that. It's going to happen on every 10th trip, you're going to get that.
Oh, but when it happens, a bit... Oh.
Yeah.
A well-placed mirror and a bit of weird side boob.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Somebody's casually forgotten and they bent over, knocked the curtain back, and you just got, like, maybe 2 seconds of it, and you just go, ah, that's why I'm alive!
Do you like shopping?
I'm not the biggest shopper ever. I hate trying things on. That's what puts me off.
I always think it's weird trying things on because it only really tells you what it looks like when you're standing up. And it's a bit different when if you sit down, you kind of, Well, OK, if I suck everything in and stand here in front of a mirror at a weird angle, this looks delightful.
They should have loads of different things in there for you to see how you look on them. For example, they have, like, a bicycle. And you go... Exactly. And then, like, a swing. It doesn't look so good on the swing.
I don't like, at the moment, there's shirtless men standing outside shops, sort of intimidating me. It's an American thing, isn't it? Where
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, Abercrombie
exactly.
and Fitch. It's a bit like saying, look, you'll never look like this. Cover yourself up, mate.
John, do you shop ever?
No, I just have to wait until someone my size dies. I bought a pair of shorts from a charity shop once. I wasn't sure about it because they were £150. I was like, Got them home. £20 note. Best day of my life.
OK, I'll give you a clue. It's bad for your confidence, I would say.
Oh, it's the intimidating shop staff.
No, rude shop assistants.
Size, your size.
I will give you that. I'll give you that. The correct answer is not finding anything that fits. That's actually why the London riots went on for 3 days, because a lot of people ended up looting the wrong size trainers. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Ollie and Russell have 2 points, Sean, Matthew and Kimberly have 3 points. They're the winners. Thanks to all our panellists. our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut on Sunday. That's it from us. Good night.
Upside Down, it's Jack D. Dagenham Princess, it's Stacey Solomon. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, sex, cheese, and rock and roll, it's Alex James. This charming man, it's David O'Doherty. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 3 in 10 households don't own a book? And before you start arguing, the Domino's menu is not a book. Scientists claim that up to 70% of British men are related to Tutankhamun. I think what they're saying is, somewhere in the very distant past, we've all got the same mummy. And 52% of dog owners pet their pooch whilst driving. I sometimes pet my girlfriend's pooch whilst driving. But I stroke her puppies first, I'm not an animal. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. Tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most annoying things about modern life. John Steen, you ought to go first. What's the most annoying thing about modern life?
It's hard for me to be specific because I pretty much hate everything. And I think I would have hated everything whatever era I was in.
Wow. Apart from cardigans.
Love a cardigan.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a cardigan? You guys.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I
You'll
don't
regret-
own a cardigan.
You don't own a cardigan?
My nan's got loads.
Maybe I'll take her number.
We're obviously all out of our depth, Jimmy, with this subject. As comedians, we don't really think about things that annoy us that much.
Because you're very much sort of in the clowning tradition, I feel.
I am. You know.
You bring joy to the world.
I am. A little bit of sunshine I like to bring into the world. I don't know. Ask the tramps, what do they think?
Tramps?
I've been on...
Is it our shop doorways are getting smaller?
I've been trying to get healthy recently, and that's quite annoying.
What's your health regime?
I bought a box of muesli. Which is it's all of the other breakfast cereals have like a cartoon character on the front. But if muesli were to have a picture, it should just be an old lady crying. Just, help me, shit.
Generationally, I think we will be remembered as the generation who invented the gastric band. When they look back on us, they'll go, what were people up to then? Well, they had to staple their stomachs closed because they couldn't stop shoveling shit into them. There's been industrial revolutions, there's been civil wars, but if it's there, I can't resist a bonbon. Yes, you can.
I can't refuse food, never. Never have, never will. I don't exercise.
You must exercise a bit.
I had to exercise once for the triathlon, and everyone was coming out of the triathlon like, I feel exhilarated, I'm doing it next year, I'm signing up now. I was like, oh my God, get me out of there, I'm never doing this again. What a horrible thing to do. Who puts himself up for this?
I don't like it if people... It's all very well if you're on a diet, but I do think, you know, what you do in the privacy of your own home, that's your business, right? But
Thanks,
if you
man.
come out, then don't bring your diet with you. That's the rule to me. When you get people come over and, you know, have you got any macrobiotic food, please? No, I'm going to barbecue.
Well, whenever I'm cooking, I always make sure there are dishes available. Well, I always make sure there's a vegetarian choice when I'm cooking. They can make do or they can fuck off.
I had a bacterial stomach infection recently. And I lost I lost 2.5 stone. And I guess it's more just an indication of the superficial times we live in. Everyone I met just went, "You look brilliant." And I went, "You have a healthy glow, it's a poo smell."
This is the basic thing that we as a generation haven't understood about our bodies, is that our mouths are bigger than our arseholes.
I'll tell you what worked for me. When Blur got back together, I started running to get back into my Britpop trousers. But one night I got caught out and it got dark before I got home. And so I ended up running around the woods in the dark. And I got home and I burnt like 2,000 million calories and my average heart rate had been like 106% of maximum because I was cacking it, running around the woods in the dark with a torch on. That's the best way to lose weight.
Jack wants to say something.
I don't want to say something.
Jack wants to say something.
No,
say it, Jack, please.
Shut your mouth.
It'll be good, Jack.
I was going to say you could take a video and call it the Blur Witch Project. I don't want to say it. Just shut up. Don't make me say it.
OK, let's have a look and see whether dieting and exercise annoys people. Yes. Yes, the pressure to diet and keep fit is annoying. Some ladies don't exercise because they worry they'll look stupid. Ladies, you don't look stupid. What's stupid about an 18-stone woman in size 8 leggings sweating like a whore in church on a bike that's going nowhere? Shaunstein, what else do you think people find annoying about modern life?
Is it war?
Well, we're looking for things that are annoying. I mean, it is annoying.
Can you turn it down? Don't watch the news. No, the advertising people. The adverts in your brain.
I love adverts.
Really?
Yeah. You know when you've seen the milk one? Where he goes, "Lisa, love, I swear I've changed. I'm not the same anymore." And it's this milk standing talking to this woman because he's got rid of his lactose or something and she can drink him now.
Are you broken?
It's a great advert.
I would deliberately boycott any product that they advertise by making something that doesn't talk. Because there's enough stress looking after people I care about without having to feel like I was rude to my breakfast. "Hi, I'm full of friendly..." You're a yoghurt. You are a yoghurt. Don't talk to me. And then by the time you've said that, you've already lost. Another guy in a cardigan shouting at a yoghurt in your kitchen.
A survey recently said that the most annoying advert in Britain is the Go Compare.
I don't like the Compare the Market ones. I tell you what, I think they're racist. You know, with the Simples, the Russian accent. No, it's racist. Basically, what they're saying is Russians are like little furry creatures. If those meerkats had Chinese voices, they'd say if it's comparethemarket.com. It's outrageous. You can't do that. It's not comparethemarket.com. You can't do that. I mean, I can because I'm making a satirical point. If it was Nigeria, like comparethemarket.com. You can't. That's really outrageous. But it's all right to have a Russian accent.
No, just give it a minute. He can definitely dig himself deeper.
Imagine if they played in Mexico, like,
no!
Comparethemarket.com.
I've got an advertising fact for you. Alexandra, the meerkat from the Compare the Market ads, released a best-selling autobiography last year.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's doing well.
How does he hold the pen?
I looked it up on Amazon. It said people who bought this also bought timeshares in Narnia.
Let's have a look and see if advertising is up there. Yes, being bombarded with adverts is another thing that annoys us all. People say adverts aren't effective, but I know exactly who I would go to if I wanted to compare insurance quotes. Quotezone.co.uk. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
I think air fresheners are the most annoying aspect of modern life, and I think they're unnecessary. If you have air fresheners in your house, you're not washing enough. You want to open the window.
Hey, so speaking of scents, you've just released perfume, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're releasing a fragrance.
I thought that was a really polite way of saying she's farted.
Oh, no.
You just released a perfume,
It's not
haven't you?
my mum.
What's your perfume called?
It's called Smile. I made it all myself. Woo! They were like, we can do it all for you, design the bottle. I was like, no. I went home like a 5-year-old, drew it. It was really sad.
And is it like a traditional eau de toilette, or is it more like a Febreze?
It's an eau de toilette, yeah. It's not a Febreze.
If it goes well, can I do the male version of Smile?
Oh, you can. Anger.
Yeah.
Misery.
That'll do.
OK, so that isn't one of the most annoying things about modern life. Have another guess.
Manners. Bad manners. Discourteous behaviour. I think it's very important. I mean, I go home, my wife and kids still curtsy when I come in.
I think sometimes you do need bad manners, otherwise your life would just be hell. You need... Well, you know, if you go over to someone's house or you go out with someone you didn't enjoy it, you know, if you're not rude to them at the end of it, it's only going to happen again, isn't it? So it's best to say, to be honest, I didn't enjoy it. The food was chewy, and your partner is a crashing bore. It's been a rubbish evening.
You don't need to say any of that. You can do it with a look, and this is the look. Hi. Say, lovely evening. You just go.
I've had a great evening.
That is it. Yeah. You're pretty good at that look.
Yeah. I've had a great time.
Is anyone ever rude to you, Stacey? I can't imagine they would be.
There was this one person who just... Oh, no, it doesn't happen often. But there was one random girl come up to him and went, I've heard you're not very nice, huh? And I was like, oh, thanks. Shoot me down. Spit on my kids, why don't you?
Someone comes up to you and says, I've heard you're not very nice. That's just your chance to go, no, I'm not. Go fuck yourself.
What I don't like is all the swearing. I don't like all the swearing, particularly in porn films. See, come on, you're both having a lovely time. She's performing an act of great kindness, and all you can do is swear. It's so ungrateful. It is. I'll turn the sound down. I can't listen to it. I can't.
It's the little occasions, though, where people are rude and they show bad manners that is most upsetting when you're driving and you stop at a zebra crossing for someone and they walk across as if it's their God-given right. All you have to do is... That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Just a little...
And I, as a driver, am satisfied. That's fine. It's a good little exchange. I stopped for you. You said thanks. But then if they walk across without even doing that, you think, well, now I have to do a U-turn and see how fast this car can really go.
Let's have a look and see whether bad manners is one of the most annoying things about modern life. Yes, bad manners are the most annoying thing about modern life. My granddad used to insist on standing up whenever a lady walked into the room, which ultimately is what led to him losing his disability living allowance. So at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean, Jack and Stacey have 2 points. John, Alex and David have 1. OK, John's team, what would you like to look off?
I like the woman.
He likes the woman.
Go for the frightened woman.
OK, so you've gone for the frightened woman. Here is a clip, a magnificent clip, might I add, to illustrate your question.
Chris, you chose Muhammad Ali.
Come on, Miss Piggy. Come on. Come on.
Sabrina, you chose Miss Piggy.
Yes, I did. Oh my God, I got the straight wrong answer.
I'm going to reveal the wrong answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The wrong answer is Miss Piggy.
Oh my God! Too high. And then like little stupid Muppets.
What I want to know is, what was the question? The person that got it right said Muhammad Ali. She said Miss Piggy. How wrong?
That is how all stupid people should be punished.
Okay, your related question. Most people would face their greatest fear if they were paid enough money. True or false?
I would, because my greatest fear is having no money.
You cannot argue with that. What's your greatest fear, Stacey?
I'm scared of quite a lot of things, most things, in fact.
Because you were on I'm a Celebrity, weren't you?
Yeah, that was scary.
What was the worst thing you had to do?
I hated that truck thing they put me in, where like every cubbyhole had a different like bug in it, and you have to like open them up and then untie knots. I mean, and you'd think they'd put the knots a little bit loose for you, you know. You've already opened this cupboard, some spider cockroach thingy has fallen on you. So I was covered in bugs, and I was just like, I can't open the knots. Why? And then it like tipped over, chucked me out the back.
Jimmy's trying to follow the story. He's going. I'd love you to explain the plot to a film like Usual Suspects. That'd be great.
OK, what's your greatest fear, John? What are you...
I'm scared of spiders, I'm scared of heights, I'm scared of things that will hurt. I don't understand why people are supposed to get over their fears. Fear is a legitimate thing to stop you dying of things. We used to do a thing at school where you go up to someone and you go, oh, I've got something for you. Oh, blinking powder. Oh, you blinked. You go, yeah, I thought you were going to throw something in my face. It's natural. I'm not going to get over it so that I can end up... But King Harold wasn't in a field going, yeah, didn't blink though, did I?
You make a point, and it's not... you know, you should be properly scared of things that are dangerous. You know that guy who had a pet cobra?
Oh, yeah, this was recently.
Yeah, he kept a cobra in his house, and, you know, he kept it for a couple of years, and then sooner or later, it just went like that, bit him, and he died. It was very sad. But he was quoted as saying that cobras are much misunderstood. I thought, yeah, by you.
My friend worked for a while in the lion enclosure in Melbourne Zoo in Australia, and they've had several people, 3 people have tried to break in to talk to the lions in the middle of the night. Mostly, there's a religious man who's jumped in twice and he reads the Bible to them. But the other guy was a karate, he was a black belt, and when the next morning all they found was his head, and there was a legal case afterwards to try and find out what had happened, and his sensei was called in, and the quote from his sensei was, no. All I said to him was, you are so good, you could fight a lion.
I love the way you say they had an inquest. Was it an inquest?
Inquest.
Inquest into the death. I'm not qualified in any way, but I could tell you what happened there. Lion go yum yum.
Do you think the lion toyed with him at all? Said, whoa, that's hard. What are you doing? You're a tough guy. What is this? Karate, is it? Never heard of that. Oh, stop. Ow, that hurts.
OK, most people would face their greatest fear if they were paid enough money. True or false? Sean?
What do you think?
Definitely.
Yes,
They
OK,
would.
yes,
I think people
definitely.
would.
We'll say definitely.
You're saying true, you're saying?
We think yes as well.
Yeah, go on.
OK, I can tell you the answer is true. 83% of people would face their greatest fear if they were paid enough money. People appear on shows like I'm a Celebrity to conquer their worst fears, like not being famous anymore.
Anyway.
Nation sweetheart. So the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Best thing about the countryside?
Having a nature week.
You live pretty much on a farm, don't you? Is it a farm?
I do live on a farm, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a working farm.
Works very well, thanks.
Your team does this evening, John, if you don't mind me saying, look like a farmer's convention. In a good way. In a good way. It just looks as if you're all here going, well, we'd like to learn a lot more about combine harvesters this week.
I think the joys of the countryside are subtle, aren't they?
Cow pat.
Subtle.
I think it's the best. Just that they called it cow pat. I think it's brilliant.
Quite easily pleased, Stacey.
Did you ever go cow tipping? Everyone pushes over a cow and they're like... Get back up again.
Have you ever done that? Have you? It's a lot of fun.
Fly tipping is very intricate. The best thing about the country is hanging around the woods and waiting for Alex James to run past. In all his gear. It's very funny.
I'd like to do it naked. I would like to run naked through the countryside.
Well, you own quite a big bit of land. You could just do that on your own land. They can't stop you, I don't think.
No, just everywhere.
There's something... A man running
Just
naked
with-
is never good. There's some flippity-floppity going on there. What do you like most about the countryside, David?
I like the lawlessness of it.
Given the frequency of murders in Midsummer and how late John Nettles solves them, imagine if you lived anywhere other than that, you could get away with a murder. Because he only just gets it anyway. If I lived in another village you didn't live in, I could definitely harpoon the cricket scorer.
Jack, you ever been to the country?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it? Hate it?
I like shooting owls. They got no right flying around at night. All the birds mainly go to bed at night time. They don't do that. So I don't have any truck with that.
That sounds like the sort of thing a psychopath would write in blood on a wall, going, I killed the owls because the birds go sleep night time. You don't really shoot all the owls anyway.
No,
you were just having a bit of fun.
It was just for comic effect.
Come on, everyone relax a bit. I'll tell you what I like about the countryside is the vibrant wife-swapping communities. I mean, you can get unlucky. You go, oh, it's Auntie Sue again.
Still, she makes a terrific breakfast. Best thing about the countryside, I'll give you a clue.
Is it seeing Land Rovers in their natural habitat? Roaming free across. A lot of kids have never seen them in the wild.
They serve beer.
The pubs.
That's the right answer.
The pubs.
Yes, the best thing about the countryside is country pubs. I stayed in the countryside and every night I found myself in the ploughman's arms. He was so hunky I just couldn't help myself. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Alex and David have 3 points. Sean, Jack and Stacey have 3 points. It's a dead heat. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune into 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut on Saturday. That's all from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, Johnny Vegas, Sarah Milliken, Example, Rachel Riley, Dr. Kristen Jessen, Tim Minchin, Jennifer Metcalf, Josh Whitacombe, Mark Watson, Nick Grimshaw, and their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, Louise Spence, Louise Redknapp, Russell Kane, Joey Essex, Lorraine Kelly, Vernon Kay, Joe Wilkinson, Joe Lysick, Ollie Locke, and their team captain, John Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 31% of men say they have a bucket list of things to do before they die. Number 1, find out where that smoke's coming from. 12% of British people have a friend with benefits. I've got a friend with benefits. She's on benefits. 4 out of 10 workplace relationships result in marriage, and 6 in 10 result in a written warning about the incident in the stationery cupboard. And almost a third of men aged between 20 and 34 live at home with their parents, the most common reasons being cost, convenience, and if you're from Norfolk, sex on tap. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean, Louise, Russell, what are the nation we talking about this week?
St Paul's.
Yeah.
St Paul's protest.
Yeah.
Have you been down there, Russell?
No.
Haven't you?
I'm not posh enough. It's just a load of
It's
like middle-class
weird.
people going, let's have a Eurofowl degrees and pelt St Paul's. Here's a quail's egg. Here's a tomato. That's sunblush, you mofos. Take that at the banks. Let's go back on our gap year. Brown person, photo. Back to the UK, hooray!
It does feel a little bit like that some middle-class people saw Dale Farm and thought, that looks fun.
That looks so random.
I went down there to have a look. I went down there to sort of do a review for Campsite magazine. I gave it 3 stars because I said the drainage is amazing. Because obviously Christopher Wren knew a thing or two about. He built it on a hill. Very good drainage there as a campsite and very good entertainment facilities. You got your pubs, your sightseeing, and of course there's a chapel on site. Not much for the kiddies. Not very much dangerous for kiddies. And the toilet block is frankly a disgrace.
That's like the camp in New York's got like a library and media. It sounds better than my school. They've got a juice bar. We had dog shit on the running track.
But it's a bit weird, the one in New York, because you don't actually get to see that much footage of it. You know what I mean? It's a big protest, but it's not been covered that much in the news. Do you know what I mean?
No,
it's
they have deliberately played it down.
Yeah.
Well, so for something that's happening right the way around the world, but then it is, you know, it's anti-corporate and a lot of TV stations are owned by corporations.
Yeah. Oh, my God, Jimmy. Why isn't that on the news? That's like serious shit, man.
Have another go on this.
Corporations are controlling what we... Oh, my God.
The thing is, it kicks off in Tiananmen Square. Yeah, news coup, straight there. New York, Wall Street, don't hear a thing.
Yeah, those Chinese have got it right. They're open and free, aren't they? Why isn't it more like China?
Do you know what I mean?
China, they don't have this problem with capitalism, do they?
But they're supposed to be anti-capitalism and big corporations, and they've been seen buying Coke. Not proper Coke, Coca-Cola.
Not proper showbiz Coke. Not the kind of Coke we do on Countdown. Can I have a line, please? John, what do you think the nation should be talking about this week?
The Eurozone bailout?
The Eurozone bailout has been in the news a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to sort of simplify it in my head, and the way I've worked it out is the cold countries are bailing out the hot countries. That's basically it.
That's exactly it. Why has no one made that point before?
It's Greece's fault. It's their fault they're in the situation. They borrowed too much money. And what do they produce? They produce flip-flops and ouzo. Who drinks something that sounds like a plasterer's nickname? Oi, ouzo! And also, they smash all the plates at the end of the meal. No wonder they're bankrupt. What the bloody Greeks, they need some fairy liquid and do some washing up. Yes. Well, the thing that seems to be dominating the news is the bloody Greeks. Yeah. Bloody Greeks, isn't it? It's the Greeks.
All right, Michael Caine.
Well, we're in trouble because I worked it out this week. You know when you work all year to get money and then you go on holiday for 2 weeks? But that's where they live.
Yeah. They're basically always on holiday.
They live on holiday.
Yeah.
So, like, they have...
That is a very, very good point.
They get through the year. They get through the year and they go, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for 2 weeks in Swindon. I'll go work in the Motorola factory for I'm going to do all the big things. I'm going to check in, I'm going to check out, I'm going to eat in the canteen. I tell you what, you come back more tired than when you went away. I'm not going to joke.
I can't decide whether it's racist or not, but I like it.
I think it's that footballer, Tevez. Am I saying his name right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the footballer, Tevez?
I really don't know anything about football, but I think he's
You don't
really
need to say that twice.
He's really expensive, and he refused to go on in some big match. And there was some sort of row, and you saw him being like, well, I'm not going on.
If you look at Tevez, though, he's a very unfortunate-looking chap, isn't he? He does. He looks like Shrek's ugly mate, doesn't he?
I refute that. Let's have a look. He's a great-looking guy. In fairness to him, that was a very sunny day. His flash is still strong. I like it.
He's attention seeking, isn't he? Let's face it, if you're gonna go to a football match and sit on the subs bench, you're probably gonna go on, let's face it, you've got to do that. And then he just says no. He's obviously an attention seeker.
You think he's an attention seeker?
Yeah.
He's obviously an attention seeker. It's the most attention-seeking sort of thing I've ever bloody seen. Jennifer, do you know any footballers?
No, I don't really watch it.
You don't really watch it?
I knew one once.
I read
You knew one once. Who did you know once?
Oh, don't talk about him.
Hollyoaks was like... I always thought Hollyoaks was like a shopping channel for footballers.
What's the other most important moment in life?
People do babies, don't they?
You made it sound like litter.
I think the only reason I want to have kids is so I can look at other people's without being accused of being a paedophile. Like when you walk past a... I don't mean in that word.
No, dig yourself out of this. I'd love to see this. He's got a shovel. He's on your marks, John, and dig your way out of that one.
Sometimes you're walking past a playground.
Sure. He's going deeper before he even starts the dig.
Sometimes you're walking past a playground and you just want to be able to watch the abandon of children. It's like watching nature. It's like when you watch the leaves change in autumn. Sometimes you want to watch a kid on a swing and think, oh, I used to be on swings before I had jobs and before people judged me and before I wasn't allowed to be in a park. And then before you know it, you've been there half an hour and someone says, oh, which one's yours? You go, I'll go then. Fine. I'm not... It's a nice... And sometimes a baby will look
What
at
you should say is, I haven't chosen yet.
X Factor?
You've been talking about X Factor. What's been going on X Factor? Tell me everything.
There's been the bullying with Misha and whoever else she was doing it with.
It's Misha B, isn't it?
Yeah, Misha B, you get me. I love Misha B, though.
You love Misha B?
Yeah, I don't think it was bullying. I think it was just showbiz banter. She was meant to be bullying Sammy.
Sammy,
but Sammy said she wasn't. Sammy said, look, I'm 6'2", 20 stone...
Who said this?
Sammy.
Could you say that again, please?
Yeah, Sammy.
Sorry, who was it?
If you want me to spit at you, I said Sammy. I said Sammy, Sammy, Sammy.
Ironic that we're talking about bullying as I do this. Say Sammy. I like it.
So, all that...
I should just say, because I was teasing you a little bit there, if you're being bullied because you've got a speech impediment, there are people you can talk to. But it will take fucking ages and they may be
Oh, they're all rubbish. They're so... The Misha girls, all right. Sammy now. I'll still sing for the... I bet you are. Do-do-do-do-do.
Simon Cowell being on it. He was horrible, and I liked that. Because he knew that crushing people's dreams made good telly. Yeah. And I think he should have his own show called Crushing People's Dreams. People bad news, like... Unfortunately, your shed broken into. Stuff like that.
That's not actually a dream, is it?
That gives you a terrifying glimpse into Joe's life, Deb. He's gone, my dream of my shed not being broken into.
Yeah, Joe's dream is to have an unbroken into shed.
Four times.
Really?
Breaks your heart. I have to keep me spade in the hallway.
I imagine that for a man with your facial appearance, having a spade in the hallway doesn't frighten guests at all.
I thought it was completely laughable they had Alexandra Burke as a guest judge on there. That's like having Stevie Wonder judging Miss World, isn't it? It's like...
But that's what happens with show business, isn't it? I mean, before someone goes out, you say to them, you know, do I look nice if you're in... You can I'll get the... Just got a new paper now, I've got a stutter as well.
Now Sean's got to get tested. Your turn to go first. What do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
The Italian Prime Minister, Silvio Berlusconi.
Michael Jackson.
What, sorry?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick on one thing, shall we, for a minute? Sean had a guess there, and he was probably right, wasn't he? So let's...
We can talk about Michael Jackson if you want. I'm happy to do it if you want Michael Jackson to be our answer.
What do you think the nation have been talking about Joey Essex?
Michael Jackson.
What have you been saying about Michael Jackson this week?
I don't know. I don't know whether it's true about him. Like, you know about the whole thing where did the doctor mean to kill him?
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, he's been...
Well, it's been fascinating talking to you, Joe.
Is it the trial of Michael Jackson's doctor?
The family suspect foul play, and it just, you know...
Well, there was a delay, wasn't there, in resuscitation, giving him the kiss of life, because they had to... It took them ages to find an 8-year-old paramedic.
I love it. I suppose that's it, because you have to hold the nose while you breathe into the mouth, don't you? So that obviously you don't want... Right, okay, well...
Well, I was thinking, before he died, his whole life must have flashed before his eyes. And his last thoughts must be, who's that little black kid singing my song? Isn't the question of guilt about whether he wasn't really paying attention to Michael Jackson? And he'd given him the propofol, and then he went downstairs to another room, and he had a baby listener. That's what I found. That's the really spooky thing about it. And he must have been sitting there, like, watching Downton Abbey or whatever, and he could just hear Michael Jackson going,
Can I have some milk? Can I have some more milk?
and he'd be going, Michael, go to bed! If I have to come up there, you won't be going on that holiday to the O2.
Have some more milk.
I've got a rumour that he's actually still alive.
Yeah,
Joey. He's still...
That's what I've heard.
Is he still alive?
He's on some random, like, desert island somewhere, just...
Well, yeah.
He's on a random
That's not
desert...
a rumour. That's a load of bollocks.
Fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get.
Justin Bieber's meant to have fathered the child.
Yeah, but it's extraordinary, because Justin Bieber's only
4.
He's only 17.
He's the first... It's why it's in the papers. He's the first 4-year-old even to be alleged to have a baby. Yeah.
No, he's 17 years of age, but apparently he's had a... Why have we stopped it?
Is that one of his songs?
Is that one of his songs?
I genuinely didn't know anything he'd done. I didn't know you could get... Because they keep describing it as a romp.
Yeah.
Which makes me a bit jealous, because I don't think I've ever romped. I think I frolicked once, but I'm not sure. But as apparently it was a 30-second romp, and you certainly can't have... That's like having a 12-course snack.
Yeah. 15 seconds of that was probably untucking his vest from his Spider-Man pants.
I mean, this is the... I mean, Justin Bieber strenuously denies the allegations, but...
I just strenuously go,
I didn't.
He probably doesn't even know he did it. With that hair, you know his hair, it's like a sheepdog, isn't it? He probably thought he went for a really comfy piss.
Next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Louise, Russell, pick a question.
The man with his thumbs up.
This is your related question. Most people think children today are given too much praise. True or false?
My dad, he was quite interesting. He would give you some encouragement if, you know, on certain things. Like, he used to play that game. You know that game, Spine in a Sack? We used to play that. Do you ever play that?
Spine.
Spine. You ever play that when you were a kid? Spine in a Sack.
Spine in a sack.
Spine in a Sack.
It sounds more like
What
a
he'd
major
do,
injury.
what he'd do is he'd go out and get some roadkill. Well, he'd get a roadkill and he'd whip the spine out, get the old spine out, then he'd break up all the vertebrae, put it in a sack, then he'd bounce it on our heads, right? And we'd have to guess what animal it was.
Spine in a sack.
Spine in a
Spine in a
sack.
sack.
I mean, you probably called it something different, back in a bag or something. Whatever, it's the same game. And I go, oh, is it chipmunk, Dad? And you go, don't be stupid, that's not even indigenous. How am I going to find that on a road? Harder, Sean, work harder!
Are you guys winding me up? Is there really a thing?
Sean, you never really talk about your softer side and being in love, and I think I speak on behalf of everyone. I'd like to see a bit of the real you.
Yes.
When did you fall in love, Sean?
Well, I always find that the confusing thing about falling in love is the symptoms of falling in love are sort of lightheadedness, giddiness, are very similar to the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning. I'm not sure whether I'm in love or the flu's blocked. You know?
John, have you ever been in love?
The first two people I fell in love with...
Two?
Hedge your bets. Different occasions, both ended with their partners telling me to stop phoning their home. The first one was a clown, who I fell in love with when I was about 8. He opened a shopping centre near me, and I was transfixed. This guy could joggle, he could do magic, he had poems.
How old was the clown and how old were you?
Clown must have been in his late 20s, early 30s. I'm maybe 9 or 10. I asked for a picture. He's given me his card. It's only got his phone number on it. He obviously wants me to call. I left a few messages. And one day when I phoned up, his wife picked up, that bitch.
This sounds like an implausible story that the clown told the police. Like, no, he was calling me. Most men are too embarrassed to undergo beauty treatments. True or false?
Well, you've undergone a few, or is that a natural tan?
This is natural.
Oh.
That's a natural tan, is it?
I've had sunbeds, but I've quit sunbeds now. I don't have sunbeds no more, so...
You've quit sunbeds?
Quit.
My God, you've made some sacrifices, haven't you? When did you quit sunbeds?
Like last week.
Jennifer, you're a lady. Now, do you think men are too pampered these days? Do we do too much?
Yeah, I do. I like men, like, hairy, smelly. They come far...
Johnny Vegas.
Can feel...
So, what's your daily regime, beauty-wise? What do you do, beauty-wise?
Obviously, you know, I wake up, look at myself, and I think, dream. But then I get... Then what? Then I get in the shower, do my hair afterwards. Bang, bang. What are you saying?
Bang, bang. And who's over there?
That's meant to be the mirror.
Oh, I thought that was your carer. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top way to boost your self-confidence. Go on.
I had a joint birthday party with someone with less friends than me. I've never felt so high in my life.
John, how did you feel about that? Best way to patronise someone?
Is it to ask them if they know what patronise means?
What do you think? Because people often think doctors are a little bit patronising.
Yeah.
what reason people are jealous of their friends?
I've got a mate who works at a Marmite factory.
Yeah.
He's always the talk of the town, so...
Yeah. Some people love him, some people...
No, we all love him.
Most useful thing your parents teach you?
Cooking, cleaning, sewing. That's what I learned from my dad. My mum taught me how to make jokes based on stereotypical perceptions of gender.
That is good, though, isn't it? Go on, most annoying habit.
It's the thing you do. I can't stand it. That thing you do like a little skip, you go, and then you go...
If you walk from there to there, you've got to then turn round.
Look, you just do that.
Well, how would you do it?
You just
How would you do it? Fine, let's see.
This.
It's not easy, Sean. Yeah, OK, all right, Sean Lock, everyone, Sean Lock.
You don't do this.
What is your problem? Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.